really shook up as well.
So Oregon State goes 48-7-2-5. Stanford killed on the vault, 49-3-5 for Stanford, which ties their season high as a team. We go to the floor, UCLA, Mizuki Sato, the sophomore from Fair Oaks, California, just outside of Los Angeles, starting the Bruins off, who are 8th in the country on the floor exercise.
There's not a UCLA routine that I have not enjoyed watching. Their choreography, thank you to head coach Val kondos-field, is just amazing. It's almost entertainment.
And Valerie kondos-field, who was not a gymnast back in the day, she was a dancer and brings that to the floor. UCLA has traditionally been very strong on the floor exercise.
Beautiful front tumbling pass. They bring a lot of style, energy, and what I like to say, attitude. Comes our last tumbling pass. Finishing it out, beautiful double pike, perfect landing.
And a big smile on her face, she knew it. Dramatic finish. And all of the UCLA routines are much different. There's no duplication there. So Mizuki Sato for UCLA expecting a pretty good mark there. In the meantime, we go over to the bars. And Rebecca Cardenas, a freshman from Honolulu for the Wildcats. Arizona just 19th in the nation. They were 8 and 6 overall, 2 and 4 in Pac-10. Those numbers are sometimes misleading because of the strength at the top of the Pac-10. Their RQS, you'll hear us say that, their regional qualifying score, that's what the rankings are based on, 4th in the Pac-10. And they said it last week in a quad against Penn State, Maryland, and Yale.
Starting the routine off with a major relief. Nice, Pike Jaeger. Coming right back to straddle back handstand. The judges are really looking for that vertical line, making sure the gymnast is not only hitting them on the releases, but also right there, a little short there on the cast handstand as she winds up for a dismount. Finishing with beautiful double layout. Great start there for Arizona.
Cardenas, another one of these fantastic freshmen in the Pac-10. It used to be that these athletes would come in and it would be a year or two of seasoning, but now they come in finished product already because of the club systems now. They're year-round and they grow up doing this. Just over to the vault in California, and Stefanie Cheng, sophomore from San Jose. California's RQS was last in the Pac-10, so this is a really big day for them as a team to really bump that number.
Well, this is a tough event. I mentioned that the start values. It's very difficult to put 6 vaults up that started at 10.0. Performing a layout, your Chenko, right there, for example, that only starts from a 9.8. So with a perfect vault, perfect landing, the highest score she can get is a 9.8. On that event, it really comes up to those scores that are going 9.9 and above that really make a difference. We'll take another look, round off entry. Right there off the table, you can see just a layout, a little lacking of height as well as body shape position.
Scores in from the floor earlier. Mizuki Sato for UCLA, a 9.85. We'll try to pass these scores along as soon as they come across our desk, so you can try to follow along at home. A lot going on, as you can imagine, 4 events at one time. Back to the vault, we stay with the California Golden Bears, and this is Avery G, another sophomore from Los Altos, down near Los Angeles. All 6 of the vaulters for California are from California. In fact, 4 of them are from Southern California.
Each gymnast will perform only 1 vault, so it's really crucial that their 1 vault is not only big, but also has a perfect landing.
Remember, the gymnasts have to wait for the judges to signal them, and she just received that signal.
Stefanie Cheng scored a 9.45 on her layout Yurchenko, so they're really needing to pick it up. Beautiful layout Yurchenko, again, only starting from a 9.0, but you notice a lot more height, a tighter body position in the air, so that will score better than a 9.45. Let's take another look at it. The exact same vault her teammate performed, a little quicker off the table, and you can see much more stretched. Spotted the landing, and of course a 1/10 step there on that landing as well.
By the way, the bye in this rotation, Arizona State, Stanford, and Oregon State. So they're all watching. Remember, we have the 7 teams competing, 9 rotations, so there's always 3 teams that are watching in each rotation. And go back to the floor, UCLA and Ariana Berlin, who is an accomplished breakdancer, and a lot of that bleeds into her routine.
Beautiful double pipe. There's that attitude I was talking about. And the crowd just goes wild. I think what's so unique about their routines, they pick the perfect music to fit the athlete. It's not just any music. She's a break dancer, and you gotta have the kind of music to match it.
You think Coach Mal lets them pick their music and then she choreographs the routine, or is it the other way around?
You know, I'd have to say that she definitely is involved in picking the music. But there aren't too many girls that can get out on the floor and dance like that.
Yeah, Ariana Berlin danced in a famous dance troupe down at SeaWorld in San Diego. That's kind of where she was discovered. She was one of the youngest ever there. And the woman who did all the choreography for that team, Valerie kondos-field. So, nice little pipeline there. She has a lot of fun with this routine. It's one of those when you're in the gym, you can't help but watch it.
We have to appreciate they're not required to get out there and dance like that. So it takes a lot of energy, and then to nail tumbling passes, finishing with a whip half front full, takes a lot of strength. But these routines will show that the judges appreciate that in the scores.
Ariana Berlin closed out senior night at Pollard Pavilion against Nebraska with a 9.95, a career high on the floor exercise. She is our State Farm pride of the pack. 55 consecutive meets for Ariana Berlin, who began her career at UCLA as a walk-on. That didn't last too long. They will remember her for a long, long time. Senior from San Diego will wait for her marks. We come back to Maples Pavilion. It is the Pac-10 women.